Uh-oh. That looks a little bit like Rome. Oh, yeah, that was Rome. That was Rome. Never mind. I really should probably build... Yeah, to protect that. Never mind. Right, here we go. So rationalism is the thing. We've now got a 5-year plan from ideology, which combines the campus and industrial zones together. That is really handy. And it also, inadvertently, therefore frees one of my policy slots. Now, economic union is always really good fun. Civil prestige, something like that. I basically want to be getting anything with amenities or anything with production or anything with... Yeah, I mean, this would be good. So +1 amenity and +2 housing and for civil prestige. That's not a bad one, actually. Get extra housing in Rome and in Puteoli. There we go. Now, Rome... Oh, for God's sake, everything's broken, isn't it? Oh, my campus broke. Ooh. Do I fix it all? Do I fix it all? Rome's still got layers. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to have to fix it all. I would feel bad not. Counter spy victory, which means this spy now can get a promotion. Please give the... When counter spying, all cities districts are defended and a +4 level at districts within 1 hex. Yes. There we go. Right, we're getting all the bonuses now on our counter spies. This is all really, really good. Intelligence agencies need to go back up immediately so that my counter skies get better. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right, here we go. Ferris wheel. Let's get that up and running. And let's get the aquarium, which gives me bonus amenities from entertainment. There we go. Now I've got +5 in this city. It's all coming along. It's all coming along nicely now. Here we go. Democracy. So this gets me the extra trade routes, the +4 food and +4 production, which will massively help later in the game. I'll move civil prestige up to here. Got Republican legacy. So there's a couple of things we can now play around with. Let's think about this. Spy operations are better. That's probably a good thing. Open borders with city-states to get extra stuff. Let's get some more policy slots. Why not? Apart from that, finest hour. No, I don't need that. That's got... No. No, we don't need that. Right. What else could we get? In the science deal, it's all about housing. So new deal, +4 housing and +2 amenities from cities with at least 3 specialty districts. There we go, that's most of them. So, once that generates and sorts itself out, +6 amenities, +5, +6, +6, +6, +6, +6. I'm going to get all the bonuses. Let's get the Wonder construction. That's fantastic. We'll keep him just alongside for a moment. We've got toys, just in case we didn't have enough amenities. I've now got even more. And we've also got, some music. Lovely. Go put that in the broadcast centres, which are beginning to pop up everywhere. Our tourism is actually very good, considering we're not really focusing on it here. Quite nice, actually. So seeing as we're going to be sending a lot of routes out, I'm going to quickly get capitalism. Capitalism is the next big policy, but after that there's a few that we like the sound of. Space race gives me extra stuff if I've got academies or seaports. In this particular playthrough, we don't. Professional sports gets me stadiums. Stadiums are really good, and that gets me through to globalization here. +5% science for each city-state that I am in league with. We're going to just boost right up to there, and we've got 300 culture coming in now. That's amazing, and 400 science. I said by turn 115 I'd hoped we'd get 300, right? So we've already gone way past that. And just for the record, Rome's campus district is still broken as well, so that could be way higher. We are hemorrhaging coal though, so let's hope we get some uranium and we can switch to nuclear power, because this is going to be important. Uranium, come now, come, please. Uranium, searching the map, please. Please give me uranium. No. There's not any on this continent. Oh, there's some down there. Oh, good. Only 4 results. That's ridiculous. Neapolis there. In Auckland. And up in that direction. So we could settle over here. It'd be a really random city, but one that might work. Let's have a look and see what the lens is like. Settler lens. Yeah? Possible. Cool. Well, okay, so there is some uranium, but it's going to be a little bit to get to. So Rome, actually, I'm just going to quickly purchase a settler. I will go and settle over in that direction. It's worth it. It's worth getting the uranium. You need at least one source of the damn stuff. So now that we've got rocketry, we really need to be just boosting towards the space race project. So satellites is a good one. Wind farms are good because we're running low on power. And after that, Mars colony. We're getting there. It's just, at this point of the game, you just have to rush and get as much as you can. But we're about to have a power crisis. We might have to buy some coal in here. Oh, and they've started siphoning gold from me. Good. So just to show you how far ahead I am. No, not one of the AI has any coal that it can trade with me. I'm totally out of coal. Ugh. That is ridiculous. Well, it means that I'm going to have to start thinking about using some engineering projects, city projects with the industrial zone to generate some power, because otherwise the lights are going to switch off and we're going to start having issues. Oh goody, another flood. These things don't get old. They do not get old at all. Actually, it's given me a fairly decent amount of boosts to yields, but still. Anyway, market economy. We're going to be thinking about getting that once we get another slot or two. But for now, yeah, just get a builder in. Get a builder in. Progress towards the space rates has advanced considerably. Yes, well, that's because I can now go into space. It does that for you. So, as you can see, we were halfway through getting a broadcast center here, but quite honestly, we don't need to bother anymore because I'm now going to launch an Earth satellite in 2 turns. 2 turns. Because look at this. We've got amenities, modifiers, work tiles. Everything is going up amazingly. And in Rome, we're going to do something just to boost these projects even further. We're going to get the Royal Society, which lets me get builders to use all their charges to provide bonus production to a district project. Like space races. So do you see at the moment, I haven't even bothered to get any more spaceports, just the one. It's not even in my capital. It's all about just picking the city that's going to give you the best result. Luckily, the power has been switched off at the cities I don't need it to. These 2 cities, where the power is really important, it has stayed on. That's good. That's good. Bit of priority is never a bad thing. And double great people. I want there to be double great engineers. That is actually quite an important one for me. I mean, these ones, I don't even know. Let's give Tamiris some boost. Again, we don't mind voting for Tamiris, as long as it gets me some points. If I win, let's have a look. No, double Great Admiral. An extra growth for me. Okay. People want my cities to grow. Well, that's fine. Rome is 23 population, but it can get higher. Oh, this is going to be a ridiculous city by the time it's done. Right, there's so much to fix. God damn these floods. Oh, goody. Tornadoes now. This is all fantastic. Oh, it's taken all my mines out as well, just to be really, really annoying. The Matterhorn, Crater Lake. There's the satellite, which means I now have access to the entire map. Should we see what we're doing? So, we had a settler coming onto this, very uninhabited island. That's quite interesting. So he's going after the uranium, which is pretty much the only useful thing there, which is fine. That's all I need it for. This definitely looks like the place to go for oil. So maybe I should just bite the bullet and settle near the oil. I need a little bit more help here. What about coal? Is there any sort of extra coal that I can be getting anywhere? That's one niter up there, isn't it? Coal is such a satisfying resource, but my god, it does not spawn. It doesn't spawn anywhere. No, there's no real extra coal that I can be picking up that's not sort of standing on people's toes. But there we go, look, Scythia had its own island. That's cool. The Incans have actually got a fairly impressive empire going on here. It's just very low in population. Carthage, it hasn't really done much coast settling, which it tends to do. And then Brazil seems to be having a bit of a cold war, and they've settled all the way up here as well. So it's a cool looking settlement, cool looking world that we have here, and we're first of our projects along now. We're just going to keep pushing this down. We'll go through tax collector to renewable subsidizer. We're almost at the point where we can be building, or we can almost build solar farms here. It's good. It's good. Energy will come. There are a couple of really, really good things about having 125 production in your capital, is that whenever you look at anything from the build list, you look at all these wonders. It's like 3 tiles for the Panama Canal. It's just ridiculous. It's also quite good that I could build the Panama Canal and just get sort of a totally flat route to the sea. Where would that go? Yeah, it would go there. Oh, that's really cool. And just sort of connect the sea up to my capital. I'm almost tempted to do that just because. There's no reason I should do it. It'd be totally pointless, but it's quite cool nonetheless. Satellites, information area. Here's the next stage. Solar farms are really useful because they can provide a lot of power per turn, especially when your coal is running out because the game's not giving you any, but also moon landing. Here we go. We're going to just jump straight into that. You can remember our tech tree. Whatever. Our tech tree is purely just at the moment gunning onto all of the techs that would get us a space victory. We're not far off being able to go down that route, to be fair. As soon as we get, I think it's one of these two will be the last stage, but we're getting there slowly. We're still producing great artists faster than we can do anything with them, which is quite cool nonetheless. I haven't even got any space for them anymore. Where am I going to put it? My museums are full. Well, we'll have to figure out where to put that. I think I've just built an amphitheatre somewhere. It's down here, isn't it? Alright, we'll just go down to Ravina. I'm sure we'll get something useful down there eventually. The interesting thing at this point of the game as well is if you really wanted to cement your victory, if you have a look at the tech, I am... So you can see the Incans who don't like me, 36 techs compared to my 56 techs. I am a minimum of 2 ages above them. If you actually put 20 techs down, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. The minimum they can be is kind of like in this area. So they're currently playing around with things like field cannons, and I can build things like battleships and coming up, and I think I've already got tanks. Yeah, I've already got tanks. So if I fancied it, just for a bit of a laugh, I could go and use some tanks to just roll over the Incans, which, might not be a bad idea. It would definitely help boost the science up. I don't need to. I'm not going to bother just because I want the playthrough to go as quickly as possible, but didn't stop me building an observation balloon because why not? But, yeah. I mean, at the moment, I don't even need a second spaceport. It's ridiculous, that. And I don't even need an archaeologist. Just go jump straight in. Jump for the moon landing, 6 turns. Have we now got I can't remember if we built the Royal Arts Centre. Don't remember if we did. Yeah, we did. Government Plaza has already done that. So if we have a look at that, the Royal Society, it means we should probably start building builders. Let's just rush builders and we can rush these projects through now. Also just going to switch out Republican Legacy and get straight to the Public Works to get my builders with extra charges, because that means that the Royal Society will be pushed through much, much quicker. It all adds in nicely. And an aerodrome, I think an aerodrome on the Incan border, all these things just help to keep them at bay, really, don't they? And now my cities are big enough, we're going to just be focusing on solar farms to get ourselves a little bit of power. They only give 2 power each. You can see here, look, there we go. So it required power 11. I'm going to need a lot of solar power. That's just this city as well. I mean, yeah, the power lens is appalling. This is what happens when the coal runs out. Never mind. We're off to get some oil. We're off to get some nuclear power. It's all good. Cold War brings cryptography, which is a really, really good thing. Whistlebanker, and obviously we've still got a few routes that are getting us extra food. Gunboat diplomacy. At this point in the game, we don't need city-states that much, so I'm going to put myself to having a little bit more spy power, just in the hope that we stop people from sabotaging our industrial zones and the like. I really wish alliances would just continue up. Do you know what I mean? Like the fact they expire over time. Why don't you just press keep up, and then when it expires, keep up, but then just give people the option to cancel at a later point. Do you know what I mean? Just, that would be so much easier. Just having to click onto it all the time. It's just a real Real pain in the ass, that. Here I was telling you the Royal Society helped with things like the moon landing, if you had the right... I mean, that's clearly not the case. Have they changed that in a patch? They may have changed that. I swear you used to be able to do that. Let's have a look. Royal Society. Here we go. Builders gain the ability to use all their charges to provide bonus production to a district project once per city. So maybe it just doesn't count as a city project. I think that was a thing. When it first got released, I genuinely believe... Jeez, it's definitely under projects, but... No, it definitely doesn't want to give us the ability, does it? So... Never mind. Oh no, it's because, hang on, it's because he's not stood on the spaceport, is he? Here we go. Right, so we have the moon landing. It is on. Let's have a look. Turns 4 until completed. They're going to give us more detail than that. No, it's not going to be helpful and actually tell me how much production that actually is. But let's give it a go and see what happens to it. So we were on kind of, if you look. Just in the middle of the U of until. That's where it was. Pop this down. All the charges are used. It probably gives it just less than 1 turn's worth of boost. But the thing is, I've got every single city now just pumping out builders and sending them across. So all I'm doing is I'm essentially just transferring the building like production. Like, I mean, honestly, just 2 turns of production here. It's irrelevant. Fine. All I'd be doing with these builders is just building more solar panels and that sort of thing. So it's pointless. Oh, and of course, ski resorts, the best thing in the game. Look at them. These are totally pointless. This is not something you should ever do on a science playthrough. Build ski resorts. They're a waste of builder charges. But I'm going to do it anyway because I love it.